What's going on, everyone? KJ here. Let's go into my thoughts on One Piece chapter 879. Sorry for the voice crack. Chapter 879. One of Big Mom's three sweet commanders, Katakuri. It's also, I think, called Big Mom's sweet commander, Dogtooth, but I like the first title better. But before I get into it, I will announce this review will start the next chapter, see what I did there, of all my future reviews of manga and anime and shows, etc. There will be no more scripts. That's right, no more scripts. The video will be out way earlier. I probably would have had this video out probably, 7, 8 o'clock in the morning, but I was really tired from last night because Etika was streaming, and he stopped streaming at like 2 a.m. And there was a lot of crazy stuff, like some dude donated $1,600, so I needed to get some sleep. I'm sorry, but like I said, it's always unpredictable with Etika. But chances are, since a lot of these jump releases if the jump releases will be on Fridays, I'm off from school every day on Tuesdays and Fridays from now, from the beginning of the school year in like August till December, when the first semester ends. So you don't have to worry about me making late reviews anymore. If the jump releases are on Fridays, I got y'all covered. Anyway, so like I said before, no script. I just have some notes here that I'm going to be touching on. But anyway, let's get right into it. So, the cover page. Uharicia, the former fiance of Sai, beats up Sai. So, my thoughts on this. Well, let's say you're... Oh my god, I'm really sorry for the voice cracks. Let's say you're in a similar situation. And there are 4 choices you can make. If a girl you were previously engaged to, and you comes up to you and you tell her, oh yeah, we're breaking off the engagement. And she tries to beat you up. What would you do? A. Would you beat her up? Or at least fight her, in a sense? Well, yeah, fight her. 2, would you run away? Or B. C, would you dodge all her attacks? Or D, would you try to get her out of that fighting sense and try to talk to her? Be reasonable. Be logical. Let's talk. You know, you can have your answer. I'm not going to judge you, regardless of whatever answer you choose, because obviously if you choose an answer, you may have some, info or whatever your thoughts are to back that answer up. But me, I would choose C, which would be to dodge her attacks, or D, sorry for the word crack again, to, reason with her. Because I understand, of course, with chivalry, you really can't hit a girl back. It's kind of funny. A girl can hit you in a sense, but you can't hit her back. I don't know. It's kind of, it's a really debatable topic. I'm not here to talk about that. But anyway, I would really try to reason with her, because I would just be like, look, or Uharicia, or whatever her name is, I'm sorry, you were really expecting to marry me when I came back, when I met somebody, she's, the new love of my life, and I'm sorry, gorgeous, can we just be friends? Leave it as that. If she doesn't want to, fine, move on with your life. It's that simple. But anyway, let's move on to the chapter. So, the difference between this kind of review and all the reviews from now on and past ones are, in the past reviews, I would really just try to go over every single thing that happened. But now, I'm not saying I'm not going to go over everything, but I'm really going to try to go over the things that interest me the most. And that's what the review is. My review isn't talking about every single thing that happens in the chapter or an episode. It's talking about the things that interest me, the important parts that I felt I needed to share my thoughts on. That's what I'm talking about. So the first thing I want to talk about is Jinbei getting the group back on track. And as you know, Pedro sacrificed himself in an attempt to kill Prospero, which unfortunately didn't work. But still, he got an arm off of Prospero, and I'm going to talk about that in a little bit. But anyway, so a lot of the Straw Hats were crying, and I can get that. They were mourning a fallen friend and probably potential crewmate. And it's safe to say that he really was a crewmate of them, because he traveled with them for a little bit. But Jinbei, this is where Jinbei really comes in. He's very level-headed, and in addition to being the first fish man on the Straw Hat Pirates, and the addition to the Monster Trio, which makes it the Monster Quartet, he can now get the group back on track, especially with them crying, their emotions being at an all-time high, and he can get them to get back into business. You don't understand how important this is, but if you do, or if you don't, I'm going to explain it. In a situation like this, where you're trying to escape from a person who has a large amount of influence in the area, and is in a state of mind that if you can't do anything to reason with her, you have to give her what she wants, and if you don't have that, you might as well run for your life, because she's going to kill you. In a state of that situation, or in that situation hypothetically, it's really good to have a level-headed person, because he or she can get everyone on track, and can allow the people to use their time wisely, escape, and that's That's perfect. That's really awesome. So I'm happy that Jinbei is finally part of the Straw Hats. He's finally going to be able to be the level, I guess, well, one of the level-headed crewmates, but potentially a big level-headed crewmate and help them in times like this. Very awesome. Next, Prospero creates a candy block that allows Big Mom to walk on water. So before I saw the candy block, I was like, holy shit, is this another one of Big Mom's overpowered abilities? What the hell is going on? No. Prospero, of course, he's still alive unfortunately, created a candy sea slug for Big Mom to sort of ride the waves on, like she's riding on a giant surfboard. So that is awesome in my opinion. I don't like Prospero, but his Devil Fruit is amazing. I feel that it's really cool, and although Big Mom, I think, was supposed to ride on either Zeus or Prometheus, but right now they're at the western coast because they got lost and Prometheus needs fire. But still, awesome ability. I love that. And back to Prometheus though, it shows that it can show that Big Mom's homies may not be truly overpowered. They may still have weaknesses. And Prometheus may need to eat fire, and that's how he regains his strength. But he may need to eat fire because of the whole Jinbei countering his attack with that water attack, or that attack of his. But still really cool. Also, so before I talk about Sanji, Chiffon, and Pudding, we also saw Pound again in this chapter. And if you don't know, he's the father of Chiffon and Lola. But he's on a ship, but headed where? We don't get that. Now, where I think he's headed, maybe to see Lola, maybe to see Elbaf and try to find Loki and apologize, maybe to see some old friends of his. But for the most part, I really think he's trying to find Lola again, to maybe reunite with her, talk about what happened, say, oh yeah, some friends you met at Thriller Bark met with Big Mom, and then just go over, give her an update. I don't know, but let me know your thoughts where you think Pound is going. Next up, Sanji, Chiffon, and Pudding reach Cacao Island, but of course we get more of Pudding's bipolar funny moments. While I don't like Pudding being bipolar because it could affect her decisions, judgments, fights, everything in the future, when it's not anything crazy happening and she's just talking to someone, her being bipolar just makes the conversation a whole lot more funnier. And another crazy thing that we also got in this chapter was Lola was the Minister of Chocolate, but after she left, a lot of people wanted Pudding to be in that position, but she kept refusing, saying like Lola might come back. Of course she didn't, but this could open the door to a lot of speculation. Now, if you don't remember, Charlotte Cracker, the person Luffy's fighting in the anime right now, is the Minister of Biscuits, if I'm not mistaken, and he has a cracker/biscuit themed Devil Fruit. What's not to say that Lola doesn't have a chocolate themed Devil Fruit? Now, if it's a Paramecia, she can turn specific parts of her body into chocolate, you make chocolate anything pretty much, make her limbs into chocolate. And I was thinking sort of like this: white chocolate, sticky because it reminds you of a spider web. Dark chocolate hits hard, so like the power version. Regular chocolate is fast. And then the new pink chocolate that they just came out with, if you don't believe me, check online the new pink chocolate or reddish chocolate. It can make someone fall in love with you and potentially paralyze them, allowing you to get the upper hand. All potential abilities that she could have, and if she's a Logia, a lot of the same stuff I just said, but her body's intangible with chocolate. Still awesome, because if someone has oh my god, I'm super sorry for that voice crack. If someone has a Devil Fruit like that in the One Piece anime or manga, or just a show or whatever in general, that would be awesome. I don't care if it's weak, I don't care if it's strong. Chocolate is one of my most favorite things. I don't eat chocolate a lot nowadays because I really can barely get my hands on chocolate. I don't have a car, but chocolate is awesome. I love eating chocolate, and chocolate is my second favorite dessert. Anything with blueberries kills me. Recently at my job that I had to stop working at because of college, but at my former job, one of my coworkers kept talking to me about his friend who lives in the UK, and she was showing me all these British desserts. No, okay, I got really triggered because where she lives in, I think London. I don't know if that's the UK. I'm sorry if I'm wrong, but where she lives in London, right? England, I'm pretty sure, right? Where she lives in London, there's a whole bunch of blueberry desserts, and we don't have shit here in America. That's not fair, okay? I'm not talking about that anymore. Let's move on. Don't talk to me about blueberry desserts. It's not a funny topic, okay? We don't have anything here. And if we do, I can't find it, okay? But anyway, I'm getting distracted. I'm sorry getting off topic. But anyway, the last thing I want to talk about is at the end of the chapter. So Luffy is using Gear 2, Gear 3 attacks, many attacks on Katakuri. Katakuri is countering them and hitting Luffy with a more powerful or faster version of the attack that Luffy did. And this is kind of where my rating for the chapter really was affected. Now, the reason is because I felt this fight was very underwhelming and one-sided. Luffy, of course, throws out these amazing attacks and they all just get countered and he gets hit back with a stronger version. Because there's two sides. There's two things to take into account here. What is going on? That's the question. What's going to happen? That's the question we're trying to answer. I kind of want to believe Luffy's going to win because he's the protagonist, and the protagonist most of the time always wins, unless it's like for the plot or the story, and they have to lose for some reason, like they can't physically win. Like Luffy's fight against Magellan with the poison. He lost at first because he wasn't used to it, but once he got the antidote, he did better. Of course, he still sort of lost because Magellan had a stronger version of the poison, but still. But then you also have Katakuri is, like they are saying in this chapter, a lot of Big Mom soldiers are saying Katakuri is the strongest commander. So unless Luffy pulls out a new Gear 4 attack, Gear 5, or happens to do something that allows his attacks to actually hit Katakuri and do damage, I really don't see him winning this fight. And the reason is, and then back to Gear 4, does Luffy even have the energy to really do Gear 4? We don't know. And because he hasn't eaten, he needs to eat. If he doesn't eat, he's not going to be able to do Gear 4. Remember what happened when Luffy fought Big Mom and he tried to go up against her with Gear 4 and he couldn't sustain the form for too long because he didn't have enough energy? That's the same thing's going to happen with Katakuri, but even worse. Katakuri is going to counter a Kong gun or Rhino Schneider or something, or a Culverin, and wind up knocking Luffy out. I'm telling you. So that's why I feel if Luffy decides to go Gear 4, he has to be very careful, because either the speed is too much for Katakuri like it was for Doflamingo, or he has a new form, or we get Gear 5. But right now, I'm really not feeling Luffy is going to win this fight. It's very one-sided, unless there's some sort of epiphany, or like I said, new Gear 4 form, Gear 5, or he manages to find a way to hit Katakuri like a weakness of Mochi. I don't see him winning right now. Right now, I don't see him winning. But in the future, maybe he might win. But overall, I would give this chapter a rating of 4 out of 5. Just because the fight at the end kind of seemed underwhelming, in my opinion. It was very one-sided. It was intense. Certainly was intense, but it was very one-sided, very underwhelming. And I do see it getting better, but like I said, I don't know. I mean, you know. Also, I think I forgot to say something, though. I forgot to elaborate on Prospero's candy arm. Now, if I didn't elaborate on that earlier in the chapter, let me give you my thoughts. I think that is amazing. Ever since I found out about prosthetics when I played Halo Reach for the first time and got the prosthetic arm, I've been in love with cyborgs. So the fact that he's going to have sort of a prosthetic candy arm, I know it might melt, but still, the fact that he's going to have a prosthetic arm is amazing, because it reminds me a lot of Aokiji's Ice Leg, but amazing, very, very cool. But other than that, I think that's pretty much it. Like I said, I can't guarantee how long my reviews are going to be, because I have to talk about the certain points I'm going to hit. These are all just points I hit, and I don't know how long it's going to take me to elaborate and give my thoughts on those points. Some reviews may be longer than 10 minutes. Other reviews may be shorter. Like I said, it's all really up in the air. Or now I'm saying it's all really up in the air. But again, thanks for watching. Hope you all enjoyed this video. Let me know your thoughts on this review in the comments down below. Well, not on this review, but on the chapter, I should say. Let me know your thoughts on the chapter in the comments down below. And also, I guess with the review, if you like this setup or anything, or if you don't like it and you want me to go back to the original, like I said, it's going to take a long time, because if it's a lot of people, maybe, but like I said, I really like this better because I can look at the camera more, I can get more emotion, I can talk about my things I haven't looked back and forth too much. Other than that, I guess, a few questions I could ask are, what would you do in size shoes regarding Euphoricia? I guess, do you like Prospero's new candy arm, and were you shocked to see him helping Big Mom walk on water with the whole candy sea slug? Were you shocked at Lola being the Minister of Chocolate, and does that open the door for a future chocolate devil fruit that she could have, either Paramecia or Logia? And where do you see this fight with Luffy and Katakuri going? Will he win? Will he lose? Will Luffy win? Will Luffy lose? I'm sorry if you hear noise in the background. And what sort of forms will Luffy sort of get out of it? Like, will he get a new gear? Will he use a new Gear 4 form? We have Gear 5, or will he manage to find a weakness of Katakuri? I think it was like liquid or something like that, like water, if I'm not mistaken. But also, yeah, where is Pound going? But just a couple questions. I mean, you don't have to answer every single one, but if you feel you want to give your thoughts on it in the comments down below, please feel free. And if you have any questions, theories, thoughts, suggestions, comments, or concerns, let me know about those in the comments down below as well. But as always, until next time, I'll see y'all later.
Thanks for watching this video. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Have some related and or random videos here if you want to check them out as well. But anyway, until next time, I'll see y'all later.